What's going on, folks? Fight Day live chat, UFC 272. Kobe Covington, Jorge Masvidal, great heavyweight or welterweight scrap we got in the main event there. A couple other fun fights sprinkled throughout the card. Yeah, I'm stoked for tonight, man. It feels like this week has been a long week. Um, Me and the wife went out yesterday, pretty much a date night, as you guys saw from the Ultimate Weigh-In show, not being in the usual studio setting, but still got it done. Shout out to my guy Mike Constantino again. I can't wait to have him back on in the very near future again, and I don't have to hustle him through all of his picks and stuff. So, yeah, very much looking forward to that as well. Shout out to Zevia as well. Anybody fuck with Zevia? Keeping my throat clear for you guys, but I might as well get started on the day in terms of messing up my throat as well. So yeah, there's a couple of things I kind of want to. Actually, there's one thing that I just quickly want to touch upon, and then we get into the card here. And as Rex said, obviously, it's always hashtag Benny fault. There's one thing that happens on a weekly basis, and I kind of want to be as straightforward with you guys as possible. Not just on a weekly, but like on a fight daily basis. I appreciate and love chatting it up and chopping it up with every single one of you guys. As obviously, people whoever slide in my DMs, the Discord, the fucking live chat. That's why I do a fight day live chat to talk to you guys as well. Comment section of the YouTube section. I always do my best to get back to every single one of you guys and give you guys the time of day. But something that happens on fight day, like not just one or two messages, it's like between 30 to 50 messages based on the magnitude of the event. So like UFC 272, I'm getting closer to the 50 DMs a day, or 50 DMs on this day, asking me specifically about why I'm taking Dustin Jacoby as my lock of the night, or why I'm taking Yan Xiaonan as my dog of the night. What do I think of Barboza going out there and springing the upset? I put out again, if this is on a Friday, if this is on a Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, I will more than happily have a discussion with people and try to give them my thoughts and answer the question directly. But on fight day is probably the toughest day for me to do that. For anybody that's a part of the lock of the night or dog of the night challenge, again, I'm still cavemaning it with that. So I'm literally typing in every single person's submission on the lock of the night and dog of the night contest. That takes a long time. And then obviously there's procrastinators in that sense as well. And then I don't get the majority of picks until closer to fight time. And the last thing I want to be doing is inputting all this information while watching the fights, because once the fight starts, that's where I want to go back to also being a fan, right? I want to go back to just sitting, chilling, burning, drinking, whatever, and just watching the fights. That's what I want to do at the end of the day. But then it gets pushed into doing to the fights if I'm not able to focus on that thing specifically. So all I ask is of the people that do end up in my DMs on fight day, asking a specific question about something that I've talked about 3 to 4 times throughout the week already. And all you have to do is go find the video. It's all very easy to find on my channel. You guys come to my channel. You guys follow me on Twitter. I tweet out all my content. I talk about the same fight 3 to 4 times a week. If you want to know my thoughts, especially on fight day, I plead with you guys to just go check out the content, or come here on the fight day live chat, and I'll do my best to answer every single question that you guys have. Again, sometimes it gets crazy. We get a lot of comments, but I try to answer as many different comment or questions as possible to make this 1 hour with you guys as lucrative as possible for you guys. So again, trust me, I appreciate every single one of you, and it hurts not being able to get back to everybody, especially on fight day. Like I remember when I was the lower guy, like with 1,000, 2,000 followers, and yeah, I could chat with every single person because there wasn't that many people hitting me up. But nowadays, there's just a lot, and I don't want to be the big time in guy, right? I'm not trying to big time anybody at all, but fight day, bar none, is my busiest day. Literally with the wife as well. We wake up, I do my morning routine. I have my green shake, I have my vitamins, whatever the fuck. I have breakfast, and then as soon as breakfast is done, me and the wife just have our own kind of separate day. She goes and watches her shows, her Bridgerton and her fucking Downton Abbey. She does what she wants to do. And then for me, I'm stuck in the studio. Again, not stuck. Again, I'm happy for everything I made, but I'm in the studio entering in all the lock of the night, dog of the night stuff, and then also watching the fights and just doing me. Again, that's all I mean. So again, appreciate everybody that hits me up on a week to week basis. But on fight day, I apologize if I'm not able to get back to you guys, as it is my busiest day. Any other day, hit me up. I'd be happy to chat it up with you guys in the DMs as well. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the actual show here. So I'll kick it off with what my actual plays are for tonight. Um, I got an interesting card put together here in terms of doing a couple things that I haven't really done before. Officially speaking, right? Obviously, it pays off whenever I don't fucking make it an official pick, but I want to start adding these to kind of my rotation of bets that I put in. And what I mean by that is like a degenerate-ish parlay. So I have a four-leg official parlay between Colby Covington, Kevin Holland, and then two fight doesn't go to decisions. One being in the Spivak and Hardy fight, excuse me, and one being in the Smith and Klein fight. I have those parlay together for 1.5 units at plus 281. Feel pretty good about that parlay, but I don't want to shy away from doing the 3 to 4 leg parlay if I feel like there's some easy chalk to put together and potentially come out with some solid money as well, right? So that's what I wanted to do there. Also, I have a parlay of Covington plus Dos Anjos, 1 unit at plus 101. I wanted to utilize Colby Covington as much as possible because I feel like he is like deservedly the lock of the night play for tonight, but I can't be that guy, touting out minus 330, minus 350 picks on a guy, no matter how good I feel about him. I think he runs through Jorge, honestly, but I don't want to be that guy tipping again minus 300, minus 400. So I trucked him into a couple parlays to try to get a better price tag, and I feel good about the other parlay pieces that I put him with. Dog of the night play is going to be Yan Zhao Nan, 1 unit at plus 215. Again, another spot where people are just in the consensus of thinking that this is going to be an easy fight for Marino, which it could be, but this fight is a lot closer than the odds indicate. If we go to a split decision and I end up with a losing ticket, I do not regret it. If we go to a decision and it's competitive the entire way, which I expect it to be, there's a good case that Yan Zhao Nan can come out with the winning with the winner right there. Again, I'm interested to see if either woman decides to engage in the grappling. If they don't, and this is a 15-minute kickboxing fight, I'd be surprised if Marina Rodriguez covers minus 260 in that type of performance. Lastly, lock of the night play. I'm going with Dustin Jacoby, 4 units at minus 194. I've been seeing a decent chunk of love out there for Michal Oleksiejczuk. I think people are very much not overrating, but high on his last performance against Shamil Gabzatov. But the fight right before that, he's going close with Modestas Bukauskas. Not to mention the majority of people actually thought Bukauskas deserved that decision. And we're getting Dustin Jacoby, who's a much better version of Bukauskas. So I think that he'll be able to go out there and do solid work against Oleksiejczuk, maybe even find a finish later in this fight. But I think the official prediction is going to be him to win via decision. All right, so there you guys go. My 4 official plays for tonight. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I normally put up my prelim best bets on my story. I'll be doing that probably closer to when the fights kick off. So if you guys want to peep that and see what I like most on the prelims, that's where you guys will get it. But the main card best bets and props are strictly for those Patreon folks. All right. Let's see what the chat is saying. I see all you guys in here. Shout out to my guy Hype. Shout out to my guy Dabfather. Shout out to Rex, always killing it. Hashtag Benny Fault. Shout out to my guy James. Shout out to my guy Niklaus West as well. Always showing your boy some love. I greatly appreciate that. Peachy in the chat. Keenan Omer Basic. Love to see you in here, my guy. JT Kill with the first legit question of the day. What's up with Bryce Bicep? Yeah, I saw a couple of those screen grabs going around. It seems like there's bruising. Maybe he has some sort of injury. Again, it's tough to take that into capping, especially on the day of. I've picked Barboza to win already. So again, if anything, it plays in my favor. At least I hope. The last time this kind of came up was obviously the Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane fight, and it was like, oh, Francis has knee issues. What do you think now? I'm like, I'm already picking Gane to win. So if there's anything that we can take from this, it's more than likely going to be negative. So yeah, it's positive for us. Like it's negative for Francis is what I mean. It's positive for us as Gane backers, but it didn't end up mattering at the end of the day. So why, get caught up in trivial things like that? Let them go out there and fight. Maybe it doesn't affect Bryce. It shouldn't, like that type of thing shouldn't completely sway you on the other side. Again, like the example that I just brought up, if it sways you on the other side because of that injury, which obviously ended up being true, it didn't have no bearing. You ended up losing money that night. So yeah, I don't like to read too much into the injury thing. If he's fighting, he's healthy enough to fight. We'll see. Either way, I'm still picking Barboza. Jared Curry in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. What's up, y'all? Let's make some money. A lot of ugly spots. No shame in picking and choosing a few and passing on the rest. Exactly. Hype is saying, hope you have a great night. I hope you had a great night out. Yes, sir, I did. Feeling confident in my Edson RDA moneyline parlay. I like that. I don't mind that. Ballsy, I like it. Peachy, good luck on your picks, apart from Shannon and Barboza. No worries, man. Again, we're not going to agree on everything week in and week out, so that's all that matters. True B, the politest troll. I'm gonna start uncategorizing you from the troll section. Obviously, you've been coming by and showing love throughout the time, throughout the last couple of weeks. So I appreciate that. No podcast parlay, no car podcast. Shout out to you as well. Ilmac, yeah, perfect. I'm watching the fights tonight with my casual friends. I'm not looking forward to having to answer questions about Colby Jorge. Again, depending on if they're good enough friends, you'll enjoy explaining it to them. Tristan Shearhouse saying cool vape. It's like just one of those regular, like it's good supply. It's like one of those pens you can just get from the dispensary, and then obviously the cartridge you can change out whenever. Oh, I think mine might be dead. Ain't that some shit? Oh, well. All right, let's get back to the chat here. I apologize. MD, I originally had Umar by finish because Khabib is going to be in his corner, but after I heard you say Umar by decision, I just parlayed him straight. Again, yeah, I would not recommend minus 800s and minus 1000s in parlays because anything could fucking happen, and I'm not sure how much value they actually bring to a parlay. And yeah, good luck. Evan L, finally got to catch this live. Appreciate you stopping by. Mr. Pickle, appreciate it, my man. Mac, if they want to know, they should follow your content all week long. Don't reply to those lazy assholes. Again, I don't want to call them lazy assholes. That's not what they are. They are supporters for sure. But again, I put out so much content a week that it's tough to get back to everybody. Drew B saying Dog of the Night is definitely not the Chinese lady. We'll see. We'll see how she performs tonight. Andrew Marchenko. What's happening, Luck? I'm fading Cousin Umair on DK due to this price, but I'm scared to death that he scores 10 takedowns and all my lineups are dead. Do you believe that Kelleher can stop a takedown? He might stop a couple, but I think as this fight drags on, I think it's going to be more difficult for him to do so. The Ricky Simone fight, he did well early, but eventually that takedown presence started to show itself, and he was able to get the takedowns easier and easier. Ken Say Nine saying Tim Elliott and Jamie Malarkey parlay. I'm on the Ulan Beckhoff and Turner side. No bets for me, but I do have those guys in some Hail Mary parlays as well. Max saying, Locke, you do 4 to 5 shows a week. How can anyone not know your picks and why? Again, they might just follow me on Twitter, but again, I put out my content on Twitter as well, so it is what it is. Urban Men in New Jersey, all Umair does is wait for his opponent to swing a hook, and he just dips under it, almost telegraphing it, but he still has a great timing. Yeah, very good. Very, very good analysis there, my guy. Let's see what my guy Justin Villegas is saying here. I do DraftKings fight point parlay last week, and I put picks in. I felt confident in, and I was my first place in the DraftKings contest, and I've been playing 2 years and finally got one. Nice. Thank you for the help. Awesome, dude. Predictions wise, it wasn't that bad of a weekend for me last week. Obviously, it was a winning week as well in terms of bets. But yeah, I'm glad when we can see those types of nights, especially from a guy that's been coming back time and time again to the stream as well. So shout out to you, Justin. Appreciate that. Keenan saying my man always above and beyond, goes above and beyond to answer questions on a week to week basis. No worries, brother. I appreciate it. Again, I try to put out as much as I can, just to keep you guys informed as possible. Jazz Shergill in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. Mr. Pickle saying, got to be careful by Elliott scrambles. Yeah, he is a good scrambler, but Ulanbekov, as close as his last couple fights has been, one thing that he does well to kind of get those decisions is that he scrambles well too. He's the one kind of getting on top more often than not. So I get that they're close, but he might be able to out scramble Elliott. We'll see. Keenan asking, what are your thoughts on only betting Hardy via Hardy KO prop? I would honestly be surprised if he wins a decision here. I've heard takes that he might go out there and try to fight like the Ben Sisoli fight, but I think people are underrating what Spivak's game plan is going to be here, and that's going to be to grapple, man. He's going to try to get his hands around him and try to drag him to the floor over and over again. He doesn't need to land the takedown in the first round. He doesn't need to land it in the second round, but just wear on him, right? I'm hoping that he has the wherewithal to push Hardy up against the cage and kind of make him work that way. If he can make him work that way, he's gonna drown him and eventually finish him later in this fight. But in terms of playing Hardy, I think the KO prop is the best way to go about it, or even a Hardy round one, which last time I saw was plus 650. So who knows? Jazz Sugar saying Kobe getting caught by USADA after this bout, regardless. You think so? We shall see. Never M saying saw you shout out by Danny Segura about Moreno. Was happy to see. Yeah. Again, I'm not too much of a stickler for it. It seems to be a lot of people that are sticklers for it. Again, I get it, especially in an industry with journalists where they want to be the one to always report things first. That's not really my intention, right? That whole Moreno and James Krause thing kind of just fell on my lap. I was recording the coach's main event marathon for this week. I recorded it Thursday of last week, and James, uh, after we recorded, I kind of asked him about the pictures. I'm like, hey, I see you working with Moreno a lot. What's going on there? Are they like full time with you now? He goes, yeah, like pretty much. Like once he lives in Vegas, and once he has an actual fight booked, he's going to come out here to Missouri full time, and he'll more than likely be doing his training camps in Glory. And then I asked him, I'm like, hey, I don't think people are really taking your pictures as that, right? I don't think they're understanding that like it's a legit coaching change. Do you mind if I put it out there? And he goes, yeah, go for it, man. I sure people already know. I'm like, I don't think like anybody's really put it out there. So I put it out there. The tweet gets a bunch of traction, dies away for a little bit, and then Danny put out his article yesterday, I believe it was, on MMA fighting or MMA junkie, sorry, MMA junkie, and yeah, they ended up quoting your boy. So, good little exposure. At the end of the day, that's not what I really want to do. If I get the scoop and it's in my lap and I can put it out there with the consent of the party that it involves, I'll fucking do it. But I'm not going to be searching for it. But shout out to the junkie guys for doing it right. All right, all right, all right. Briar King saying just joined. Do you think Kanato has any shot here? He could early, but I think after the second round, he starts to fall off. All right, I am blabbering on a little bit too much, and I do want to get to as many of these questions as possible. So let me just quickly skim through and see. Brian Anthony saying he got Jacoby at minus 180. I got one minus 195. I thought I yeah, I thought that the line was going to get better with the Oleg Shajak love that I was seeing, but then I saw the line get up to like minus 210, minus 220 during the week. But today it seems to be coming back down to that minus 180-ish range. So yeah, minus 194. I'm happy with that. Jazz is saying he flopped on the Schultz show today. UFC over everything. Yeah, it was a really good show last night, though. Very, very good show. Seth Jones in the chat saying, yo, just want to give you a shout out for all the content you have been providing these last years. I appreciate it. I appreciate it as well, honestly. Keenan saying, I'd really like to hear your thoughts on RDA round 4 and 5 props. I think those are great. I think those are really solid props. I think they're like plus 1400, plus 2200 for those types of odds. And the kind of narrative that we have going into this fight, short notice nature for Moicano, having to make that drastic weight cut, all those things. I don't mind the late round props here, honestly. Yeah, Killer Jam is pretty much on the head here. Hardy round 1 plus 550. I think that is the majority of his win condition. So at plus 550, that's not a bad look. Alex Ramos saying, "My friend, can I get a shout out before you're more famous, bro? Gonna take a bowl from bowl rip from this bong. Shout out, brother. Shout out my guy Alex Ramos." Hype asking here anything about the discoloring in Bryce Mitchell's right elbow arm. Again, could be some bruising, but we don't know the severity of it, honestly. Dog MMA again. I'm not paying these guys to say it. Smash the like and join the Patreon. Appreciate it, dog. Honestly, means a lot. Chad Swiler is saying round 3 decision prop on any fights tonight. On many fights tonight, Umair, Agapova, Jacoby. Yeah, I don't mind that. Even for the Dos Anjos fight, round 4 or 5 decision, if you guys have access to that, I think that would be dope. MD saying, do you only hit dab pens or nicotine vapes? Yeah, no vapes or no nicotine stuff. Just it's all THC. Urban Men in New Jersey or over or under 4.5 takedowns for Colby. I forgot what I put in my prize picks tips. I think I put give me 1 second here. Can't recall because that's a close number. Like 3.5 and 4.5. I think the over 3.5 would be dope. I'm not sure how much control he's gonna get with these takedowns, which should help the potential number of takedowns he actually lands. Here, prize picks tips. Again, this can be a fun on the Patreon as well. I think my guy's asking for the prize picks tips, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, yeah, the Covington over under I went with was actually over 107.5 significant strikes. Yeah. Man, over under 4.5 takedowns. Masvidal has solid takedown defense. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over. I wouldn't bet my life on it though. Uncle Wheezy in the chat. Good luck to you as well, my brother. Honestly. Shout out to Uncle Weezy as well with the video that he put out the other week. I retweeted it, not the other week, sorry, the other day, talking about how he got into the content creation game. Fascinating story. Make sure you guys go check it out. One of the good guys in the game, and also show him some love with his new project with Brady Monk and Bet Lou. They're starting up MMA Engine, so check that shit out. Downey R saying Xiaonan underdog of the night. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. My other spots that I like as well in terms of underdogs, mainly Edson Barboza, maybe Ludovic Klein, but I really like Yan the most, considering the chances I'm giving her of winning that fight and what the odds were at, she's my underdog of the night. Matthew Campbell is saying Hardy by head and arm drug. Could you imagine? Tristan Surehouse saying my guy John made Elliott his lock of the night. I can only see myself putting on him, Max. Well, you guys know John. He loves his underdog spots. And he thinks that when he's convicted on an underdog spot, he's not hesitant in terms of unloading legitimate units on it. So I don't think he's just putting it out there in units. I know this guy actually puts legitimate money behind his bets as well. So yeah, shout out to my man and his conviction in that. My guy Nicholas Lee here saying, "What's up, Locke? And good morning from me and my 8-month-old. Are you watching? Are watching you to get ready for what we call the sweaty men-women fights?" I love it. I love it. Shout out to my guy Nicholas and his 8-month-old as well. ML saying what clock could start in EU time. I think 11 p.m. Eastern is when the first prelim kicks off, if I'm not mistaken. I could be off on that. Yeah, Mr. Pickle on the nose here saying RDA is looking in tremendous shape coming into this. I was impressed with Moicano in his last fight, but RDA will put a pace on him. Exactly. RDA has been getting ready for fights for time now. And not to mention, he went back to his roots in Brazil too. So I'm interested to see how that affects him here and how if he shows any improvements at 37 and if he can make a legitimate run one last time. Andrew Marchenko saying, do you pick RDA due to his cardio advantage? Shouldn't Moicano win if he doesn't gas out after third? I haven't seen Moicano gas in a fight yet. Well, again, the narrative, though, is taking the fight on super short notice. Maybe he was, celebrating his Hernandez win a little bit too much and got up in a little bit higher of a weight than he should have. Hence why they made it at 160. Still made the weight with good, like a professional. But he was scheduled for one 25-minute fight, if I'm not mistaken, which ended in the first round against Korean Zombie. Never been 25 minutes, at least in the UFC. More than likely, this is going to enter the main event / championship rounds. I do believe that RDA will put on a solid pace performance, and I think it's going to drown Moicano at a certain point, honestly. Yeah, Urban Men in New Jersey pointing to how messed up Greg Hardy's finger was, which was the reason he had to pull out of that last fight. I don't know how much of a effect it'll actually have on this fight, though. Ilmac again, another one. I'm not paying these guys to say this. Appreciate it. Patreon is just a cup of Starbucks coffee a month, 1,000% worth it. Appreciate it, man. I put as much work in there as possible. Also, I have 5 breakdowns currently out for next week's card, video breakdowns and all, best bets and props article for them, and then I intend on finishing it by Sunday or Monday before the public gets their hands on it as well. So, if you guys want some early looks, there you guys go. And I think after tonight's event, I might lock in my lock of the night play as soon as tonight's event drops. And then again, obviously the public doesn't get their hands on it until Friday before the fights. For everybody asking about Bryce's arm, there's nothing we can do about it. If he's injured, he's injured. The last time we had something like this and Gano injured his knee, there was obviously some word going around about that. If it changed you from picking Ngannou to Cyril Gane because of that, you still ended up losing money that night, right? So if you're picking Bryce Mitchell and you think that injured arm is going to change things, and you already have money on it, there's nothing you can really do. If you haven't made the bet yet, total discretion to you, but it should not change you fully into betting Mitchell to bet Barboza now just because of that. It should change you, if you haven't bet it yet, from betting Mitchell to not betting Mitchell. If I was picking Mitchell though, I'd still bet him though. Noah Allen saying, do we stack the main event? This actually wouldn't be a bad one, right? This one's more than likely going to go 25 minutes. You'll get some decent striking numbers from Masvidal. Outside of I don't know how much output we'll actually see from Masvidal, to be honest. Theoretically, though, this seems like one of those main events you could stack. Okay, saying dad pens suck in your rig, my friend. Again, I'm not. There's nothing special with the weed world with me. It's J's more often than not. It's a J or this pen. That's it. No bongs, no blunts, nothing. I'm good. Getting a lesson here in my name by Emmanuel Voodoo, saying your name should be pronounced as Manpreet, as in gun, not Manpreet. It means loved by heart. Man means heart. Preet means love or like. There we go. Again, I may have westernized it a little bit for. Oh, what happened there? Alfred stepped on my mixer. Give me 1 second, guys. What did you do, Alfred? All right. I should be back. I should be good. Alfred, so I have my door on my left side, and on my right side, I have Alfred's little bed. And sometimes when he walks over it, sometimes he hits the mixer, but it's never actually done what it just did. I apologize if anybody got something there. I'm gonna quickly catch up to the live chat here. Can people confirm that the sound is sounding fine again? Again, I'm not sure if what Alfred did there, but can anybody confirm? Uh, yes, please. Somebody confirm in the chat that this is still working. Okay, thank God. Whew, that should be out. I apologize, folks. Again, uh, it seems like the wife left. I'm not sure where she's gone, but Alfred is with me now. Maybe he was a little peeved that she left. Thank you, guys. All right, let me get back to the chat here. I'm going to quickly just skim through the last couple that I was behind on so I can get back to the live. Armstrong Gaming. I do not think Devontae Smith wins tonight, but I am taking the fight doesn't go to decision there. Danny Lag saying Elliott for the value boys. There you guys go. Josh Ergo saying everybody going to be in shock again when Jorge beats Kobe tonight. There's no reason the odds should be this wide. Kobe is irrelevant in terms of title contention after tonight. Just don't be surprised. We shall see. Diego Tobin, what do you think about Hardy KO plus 275? If he wins, I think that's the way he does it. I'm personally picking Spivak though. Lucas saying thoughts on Clint putting forward units on Turner. Again, I don't care what other people do. Honestly, I am picking Turner to win. So if he's that confident in Turner, all luck to him, my man. My guy Sean Thug saying, I wear that same hat twice a week, brother. Again, I'm hoping for some good juju with this champion's hat. Again, I love it. I will wear it till it falls off my head. Mr. Bubbles, do you think Covington Masvidal goes the distance? I do. Ilmac saying plus 6,000 stab on a Jorge Colby draw. I think you might be on an island with that one. We'll need like a couple, like at least if my math is probably way off on this. Maybe a Jorge 10-8 round and a Jorge 10-9 round, and then the rest of it Colby Covington's way. I believe that would give us a draw or a point taken away. Drew B saying talk of the night should be punt of the night. Yeah. Dog of the Night plays have been killing it this year, guys. I think I've only missed one out of the 6 events thus far, or 5 events, however many it's been. The only one that's whiffed on me so far is Jared Cannonier. Jared Curry saying, I thought you were Doc of the Night. Why can't you diagnose Mitchell's arm? Oh, I love it. Elijah Medina saying, why no bongs? I drove almost everything with mine. I can't, man. My throat, my lungs just can't take it. I'm such a pussy when it comes to bongs. Let's see what Nicholas is saying. All my picks tonight: Colby to win on points, like it. Bryce, I'm on Barboza. Holland, like it. Nick, I guess that's Negomarianu. I'm actually taking Nzuchuku, Umer, and Elliot. Man, very ballsy parlay there, my man. Or actually, sorry, they're your picks. Again, couple ballsy picks here with Elliot and Negomarianu. Good luck. Again, I'm against a couple of those there. Mr. Bubba saying Alfred off the gummies. Exactly. Jimmy saying maybe Alfred saying it's a doggy pick world tonight. Yeah, exactly. Maybe. Ooh, I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but that was him just groaning for some reason. Nicholas saying Jacoby, Smith, and Zechiku, Rodriguez, Holland, Covington, plus 853. Not bad. Again, the only one I kind of disagree with is Smith, but I could see him getting the knockout as well. So fight doesn't go to decision for me. That's all I need. Tony X saying Alfred's not having it exactly. PG saying I've almost clean swept the last 3 cards. Dev can't get cocky though. Exactly. We have to act as whatever the result is, it's the result. Let's move on to the next one. The next one will be a different result, whether it's better, worse, way worse, or just the same. Maybe not the same. I'd be surprised if you get the same results week to week. Exactly the same is what I mean. Awesome. Appreciate everybody that was confirming that the sound is good again. Let's see. Donyard, do you like Turner? I think he wins, but I think it's going to be a tough fight. That's a no bet for me, though. All right. Thoughts on this DK lineup? Yan, Mitchell, Holland, Jacoby Dos Anjos, Nurmagomedov. Again, if Yan wins, I'd be surprised to see how many people actually have Yan in their lineup. So that could give you a leg up on the rest of the field, honestly. JC likes Lord Mihal via KO. Again, if he wins, I think that's likely it. Even Mihal round one, I think, is around that plus 600 mark. Not a bad hedge opportunity for anybody that feels sketched out by Jacoby. Yeah. PG saying RDA is my lock of the night. To be honest, I feel quite good about him as well. I do. Especially as the week has gone on. Elijah saying, how do you feel about my most confident pick parlay? Colby, RDA, Holland, Marina Yan over 2.5 and Jacoby. I like them all. I think that Marina and Yan one is going to be a sweat though, because I think they are going to throw down. More often than not, their fights do go to a decision, but who knows this time around? Everything else I absolutely love. And again, I might just have a personal bias against overs and decision props myself. So just take that into consideration. Mr. Bub was saying lay out two treats with two underdogs on the floor and let Alfred get a pick. I've seen a couple other people do that in the past. Shout out to my guy Newsom who actually does that. Again, I don't want to do the same thing that he's doing. Diego Tobon saying Bryce by sub at plus 200. Excuse me. I had a long night last night. I apologize, guys. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but I'd be surprised if he actually gets it done by sub. I think like if you're picking Bryce to win, minus 155 isn't that bad of a line already on the money line. I wouldn't get too greedy with the plus 200. If the line was wider, it feels like minus 500, then yeah, plus 200, or sorry, plus 500, then yeah. But if it's plus 200, yeah. Joshua Frick saying if Barboza wins, is he in the optimal? With a knockout, obviously. But I actually do see him outpointing him in those first two rounds, and I'm not sure if he'll be able to rack up enough points with the strikes. He's going to be disciplined, right? I don't know how much volume we'll get from him, so that's obviously a concern. But if he gets a knockout, then yeah, he's more than likely going to be in the optimal. Andrew Marchenko saying people who are giving Masvidal chances are saying people who think that Nate still win a top 15 or will beat a guy in the top 15. Masvidal is a journeyman with the lucky KO of Ben Askren, who by the way, got knocked out by a Jake Paul. Yeah. Masvidal, you got to give it to Masvidal. He has that thing that like he gives people the belief. It could transpire, but skill for skill, he is absolutely out of his shit here. JC saying Holland is the lock of the night. Again, I don't want to be the schmuck that's giving out minus 400 lock of the night play. Can't be that guy. Of course he wins. Minus 400 lock of the night. Y'all would hop off my stream almost immediately. We got a over under parlay for my guy here, Jazz. Under 2.5 Malarkey, under 2.5 Kennedy, under 2.5 Agapova, under 2.5 Klein, under 2.5. You missed one, under 4.5 RDA, over 1.5 Barboza, over 2.5 Rodriguez, under 2.5 Holland. Now, I know a lot of those could be alternate totals as well, which is something that I can't give out, as a lot of people don't have access to that. But I like those for the most part. You know what? I think the Malarkey one goes to a decision. Could be some finishing opportunities there, though. Um, I think the Kennedy one could go to a decision. I think the Agapova one could go to a decision. I like the under 2.5 and the Klein one. I could see the under 4.5 for RDA. I think that's going to get a little sweaty. Over 1.5 Barboza, I like it. Over 2.5 in Rodriguez, under 2.5 in Holland. I like it all. Good shit. All right. Ryan Lozano saying thoughts on this parlay sprinkle Holland by sub two or three with Jorge KO round 1 or 2 at 16 at plus 16,700. If they win, actually, yeah, the sub from Holland I think is sneaky. I like that one. The Jorge KO, yeah, round 1 or round 2. I think that's really about it. Outside of that, I don't think he wins. Good luck. Again, I'm picking Colby, and I think he cruises. Elijah Medina saying, "Do you like the over 1.5 in the Smith Klein fight?" Also, I was leaning the under 2.5 in the Jacoby. Curious of your thoughts. I think the Klein fight finishes at a certain point. I could see them kind of being a little methodical at the beginning of the fight, but I think the speed advantage for Smith relies on him to use it early because he does start to slow down the later the fight goes. So that's what would concern me there in terms of taking the over 1.5. In the Jacoby fight, yeah, there's finishing opportunities on both sides, right? Oleg Shaychuk hits pretty hard. And then Jacoby could counter him very well as well, and eventually find the knockout in his own right. I think Jacoby by decision, honestly, but I don't mind the thought of the under 2.5. Jazz saying round 1 McKinney, round 1 Ramiz, and round 3 Bahamundes last week. Got a juicy one today. Interesting. Yeah, I don't understand the good cardio thing about Smith either. Bon Quick Punks Road letting y'all know it's hashtag man pre jazz. Exactly. Ryan Martin Maston saying Colby is more of a lock than Holland and slightly better line. I agree with the guy that's at RDA is the lock. Yeah. Again, I feel quite good about Jacoby, so I'll stick with that one. But like second at a bettable straight line is RDA, in my opinion. Jason R is saying, "Hey brother, how was the Schultz performance last night?" It was great, man. Derek Poston opened for him. Mark Gagnon was the second guy, and then Schultz shut the show down. Yeah, great performance. Love the show. Got a little, clammy in there for a couple people that don't really like some of the hard stances he was taking on certain things. But again, that's flagrant, right? That's a flagrant 2 podcast, pretty much. That is Andrew Schultz. So yeah, I enjoyed it. JC saying, surprised you picked Klein, but you picked Trezano against him. I correct, because a lot of it had to do with the line in that fight, right? Trezano was a huge underdog in that fight. I'm being very much disrespected. And here, Klein, again, I think he can put the combinations together and beat Devontae Smith, who has a cardio issue. Sure, Klein could get clipped early here, but that's why I took the fight doesn't go to decision instead. I think whoever wins could find a knockout as well. So, yeah. Mossy saying, I think Kobe wins that decision. Neither one of these guys are going to want to get finished by one another. It will be a pretty defensive fight. And again, Kobe doesn't have the craziest knockout power out there. So, yep. Mayank Sinha is saying winner of Kobe Masvidal should face the winner of Hamzat and Gilbert. I agree. And that should give us her next number 1 contender. I'd be fine with that. Shelby saying Colby Masvidal over 4.5, Holland Oliveira under 2.5, Bryce Barboza under 2.5. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'll be dropping the totals parlay in about 10-ish minutes. So if anybody's waiting for that, sit tight. My guy Jay Patel saying Brown Munda or Munde. Yes, exactly. Sure. Jason R. brother and Marina Moroz will outpoint Agapova. I expect Agapova to slow down throughout the fight. Again, if you're taking that strictly from the Shannon Dobson fight as to why Agapova is going to slow down later, I think you're doing a disservice to her, especially considering how ridiculous she came out there and fought. Not to mention, she finished Sabina Mazo in the third round of her last fight. So yeah, I'm not discrediting Marina Moroz. You are correct. If Moroz wins, she will likely outpoint Agapova, and she's live to do so, which is why I don't have a play on Agapova. But yeah, I still think Agapova wins. Jaden saying 185 live viewers. Right now we're at 230. Shout out to the 230 of y'all that are here on fight day. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe as well if you haven't already. Yeah, again, we still got another 15 or so minutes with you guys. So let's see how it goes. We got the alien Solar Warden coming by and dropping in to give a like and wish everybody luck for the best with their bets. Appreciate my guy there. Chris for the Love MMA. I thought about taking Jacoby moneyline, but I'm parlaying his money line with the over 2.5 into Gear and Elliot. What do you think about that over? I like it. Honestly, if I were to make one more play on this card, it would be that over. But I fucking hate betting overs, meaning that since I'm not going to bet it, it's going to hit. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Um, J Rose saying Yan Xiaonan by split is plus 1200. I think that's a damn good like. That is a damn good like. Drew B, do you think the journeyman Jorge Street Judas, the fragile guy, could win by subbing the goat? I'd be surprised. I would be surprised. And Jared Curry, if Masvidal beats Colby just to walk into Hamza, God bless his soul, I doubt he would take the Hamza fight, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think if he beats Colby, he will finagle his way to get another title shot. I think so. Jason R. Shout out to the past weekend podcast. Big fan of Bryce. Watch him on Theo Vons. He's a hell of a fighter, but Edson is going to light him up. Wouldn't be surprised to see Bryce get finished. That's on my mind too. Landau is saying, do you know of any books that offer props on whether there'll be a handshake post fight on Colby or Jorge? I do not, and I should have suggested that to my guys over at Cloudbet to put on their site. God. Oh, Evan L is going to be at 273 live. That's going to be a sick fight card. I think that's in Jacksonville, right? And that's the Aljo card, Aljo, Jan, and Volkanovski and Zombie. Not bad. MF Doom in the chat saying, who do you get? Who do you got, Sergey or Greg Hardy and Jalen Turner or Jamie? I'm going with Sergey and Turner. No bets on those fights officially for me, other than the fight doesn't go to decision on the Spivak and Hardy spot. Love you too, Pachi. Akin Zulier, butchered that name. I apologize. Zulhayir. Big dogs on this cards. Chances for big cash-ins. Malarkey, Nick, Hardy, Moicano, Moroz. Yeah, they're all solid underdogs in my opinion. Don Yar saying, you ever thought about doing a stream on DK or weekly fantasy in general? Again, I have. I don't know. There's so many other better guys than me in terms of DraftKings that understand it. Like I'm still playing DraftKings, but I want to like really set like a strategy that I follow that is proven as well before I get back into the DraftKings side of things. Like I can give a lock of the night play or a sleeper play or something like that, like I used to do for my guy big for Sal, but right now I just don't feel comfortable in doing so. D Godge saying Raptors suck. Hey, 2019 champions. Right now, probably shit. Yeah, you're right. But 2019, they were champions. Um, Jason R letting y'all know 230. We got 260 now. Alex McDonald saying, I'm surprised you think Xiao Nan will win. I do. Again, the line is a fucking gift and a half as well. But a lot of people were surprised to think that I thought Marina Rodriguez would beat Amanda Ribas. Maybe this will be my Marina Rodriguez of the year if Yan Xiaonan wins. Urban saying if Moreau's finna do it for Ukraine, that would be great. It's interesting that they actually like shook hands and stuff at the weigh-ins. I thought there would be some real heat there. Zero Bob saying Jacoby looked like he had a size advantage. Yeah, he's big. He's a big dude for this weight class and not Oleg Shajok. JC saying, "What's your confidence level on Jacoby?" I got 4 units on him, which is $800 for me. My biggest bet is normally 5 units at $1,000. So take what you would like from that. I really like him here. Jason R saying Marina Rodriguez will outstrike Xiaonan. It could be again pre-fight. I don't think it'll be as wide as the odds are indicating. People are forgetting that Xiaonan is a legit striker as well. Like, have we forgotten that already? Come on, guys. All right. We are getting close. Well, I still got about 8 minutes. Uh I'll drop the totals parlay for you guys in a couple minutes. Again, I'm seeing a lot of the same questions. So I'm just trying to find some legit ones. MPTV saying, I almost didn't survive COVID. For some reason, your show inspired me. The week you went to the Apex, I lived through your experience. Thanks for vlogging it. No, thank you for the love as well. Appreciate it, my guy. Ilmac, Real Lock and I fans need to know: are you going to be watching the new Game of Thrones show on HBO, House of the Dragon? You know it. You know it. I don't know when it's coming out though, but you know I got to do it. Bu- 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 bu. Creation Bear saying I might be able to go to the Columbus show on the 26th. Have you been to a live event? I've been to like 20 plus UFC events by now. Like, this one over my shoulder is the first one that I ever went to, which was UFC 113 in Montreal, where Shogun beat Lyoto Machida for the title. And since then, I've been on plenty and been to plenty more as well. Urban saying, do you use Streamlabs? I do not. I'm not completely aware of what that is. Alex McDonald saying, "Are you going to be on with AJ today?" Ooh, I told him I maybe would do a fight night or pay per views with him. Honestly, I don't know if I'll be doing it today. I might pop in just to say what's up, but I don't know if I'll do it today. Um, all right. I'm going to get into the totals parlay unless I see a question I haven't answered yet. James, I do not collect UFC Strike. I have not gotten into that. Bandito Don Burrito comes out or Burns. I'm leaning Hamzat surprisingly, but I'm sure the line is going to be ridiculous that I might be talked into a Burns bet. If he's like plus 300 or something, I wouldn't mind a little bit of a shot on Burns because Hamzat, although he looks like he's the shit, until he legitimately proves it, and beating a guy like Burns would prove it to me, I can't bet him at chalk against Burns. I honestly can't. All right. Appreciate all the comments in here. Let me get into sorry. This one was funny. Is it possible Bryce's testicle injury has reduced his testosterone production? He looks a little fluffy, especially compared to Rip. Edson. I don't know. I think it's exaggerated being beside Edson, but he's always been like that. Paul saying, no, I will not be live throughout the event. After this, I got a bunch of shit to do, and I just want to kick back and watch the fights. All right. Let's do the Potos parlay, since I know a lot of you guys enjoy that. All right. UFC 272. I am placing this on every game, or used to be known as Intertops. Total rounds. All right. Let's go. Let's try to get a winner today. We were one off last week. I think on a 5-legger, we're off by 1. I could be wrong, but I think it was very close to hitting. All right. Let's start off. Fuck. I wish a lot of these were like alternate totals, but I don't want to give you guys alternate totals, especially if you don't have access to them. So let's go. Fuck, there's so many tough ones. Okay. Elliot Ulenbekov over 2.5. Turner Malarkey over 1.5. Xiaonan Rodriguez over 2.5. Ooh, this one is tough. Those are like the 3 ones I feel good about. Whatever I add after this will make things quite sketchy. So know that. If you want a safe plus 267, more somewhat safe plus 267, it would be the Rodriguez over 2.5, Turner over 1.5, and Ulenbekov Elliott over 2.5. Now I'm going to start to add some of the sketchy parts because we want it to be a little bit juicier, right? You guys want a lottery ticket, not a plus 267. Let's go Masvidal Covington over 4.5. Let's go Moicano Dos Anjos under 4.5. What does that bring it to? Plus 973. Let's add one more. Let's get into the plus 10s. Fuck. Let's go. This one's a tough one. If you can get the under 2.5, please put the under 2.5. But I'm going to go Klein Smith under 1.5. I could see that just reaching over the 7.5 to 8 minute mark. But that's, yeah, there it is. I'm just going to put $25 on it myself. 25 to win. 25 to win $560. Again, sketchy, but that's what I'm going to go with. All right, let's see what the last couple questions are saying here, and then I'm going to get on out of here. Alfred is getting a little antsy. I got to take him out shortly. Rick Martinez, what strand is on deck tonight? Fuck. There was a really good one that I just got. I can't recall the name. I got some good shit. You know it. You know I got some good shit. JC asking, do you like chalky parlays? I don't like to get too crazy with them, but at times I'll toss a couple together. Like 2-leggers are usually what I do for an official bet. Like if I really like 2 spots, like I do next week, there's more than likely going to be a parlay in the on that card as an official play. But yeah, I don't mind them. I think they get a bad rap from most people who want to be like, oh, no value in parlays and like that. No, I don't care. If you like the parlay, fucking go for it. 270 live viewers in here. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Again, winding down right here, trying to answer questions I have not answered yet. DXJC saying, how are you not all over the under 4.5 in RDA and Moicano? Exactly. I put it into the parlay, DXJC. I did it. All right. Seems like I've asked answered every question. If I haven't answered your question and you came in late to the stream, rewatch the stream. I've more than likely answered your question. James Medina, Greg Hardy for the win. I'd say round 1 or KO. Otherwise, Spivak's going to take over, which is my official prediction. Spivak round 2 submission. All right. Love every single one of you guys. You guys are absolute monsters. Socrates just jumping in. I still love you, bro. One of the day one supporters there as well. Appreciate that. Love all you guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Good luck on your bets tonight. I will be back Monday evening. I should be able to drop the next Lawcast episode. Again, already 5 breakdowns for next week's podcast dropped on the Patreon. Link is in the description below. $5 a month. Best bets and props article. Pay-per-view parlay for the patrons, which I'm about to place in about 3 hours, where if this parlay hits, which is voted upon by the patrons, if this parlay hits, I will pay out the winnings to a random patron member because I love you guys and I appreciate the support. And yeah, a ton of other great content on the Patreon as well. Link is in the description below. But if you don't want to go that extra mile and pay the $5 a month, I'm not holding it against you. Just hit that like and subscribe on the YouTube. That's free. I appreciate it. Love you guys. Good luck on your best tonight. And I'll see you guys next week. Let's go, Dustin motherfucking Jacoby. We getting it done, baby. Let's go.